Today I'm going to show you how I install this tower top on a brand new Club Car Precedent. Now if you want to put a canvas top on it, watch our video on how to do that. So let's get started on this installation. Okay, before we put our upright on, you'll notice I've went ahead and taken the OEM top off, including the armrest to our rear seat. So our first thing we're going to install is our front upright. This one is on the passenger side. As you're putting it in, notice that the curve here goes with the body line, straight up for the windshield, and then curves back outward away from the car to align with the rest of the tower top. Now we'll actually mount this using the OEM hardware. Now remember, only hand tighten these down. We don't want to get everything tight till the very end. Now we're going to put the armrest onto the passenger side. One thing you want to look for is this piece that curves in. That's going to go up against the side rail at the very bottom. The armrest will come back and hook up to the footwell. First thing we're going to do is go ahead and to make it a little bit easier to handle. Just put the bolt in here. Put the nut in. That kind of stabilizes the bar. Easier to hold. Now we're going to put our side piece on. We'll line it up. Use our bolt, go through this, through the framing, and we'll put our nut on. Now we've got those two bolts on and hand tight, and we did both sides. We're going to move down here to our foot plate. Next we have our little bracket here. We want to make sure that the flat portion will go up against the foot plate. Slide it on. Shorter bolt will go at the top. We'll put our nut on there to secure it in place. And the longer one will go through everything, including the foot plate. Now we'll snug these down and do the same to the other side. And now for our rear supports. When trying to line this up, always remember the larger holes goes towards the outside of the car. So what we want to do here is the outside. We'll slide this down here. We'll get our large bolt and put through here, remembering to put our rubber washer in between these. Okay, I remember to put my rubber bushing in there. And we slide our bolt all the way through here. Just run it through. We'll put our nut on the back side. Now before we get that too tight, let's get our other bolt and push right underneath here. I'm going to line it and tighten this down. Once we get these two snug a little bit, let's go do the same to the other side. Next is our center top. It is actually non-directional. You can turn it either way you want, as long as you make sure the curve is upward. Now let's bolt it down. Now for our top ends. We got the front and the back, or the front and the back. They're exactly the same, so it doesn't really matter which one you use. The main thing is you want to make sure that the curve is still to the top. Then we'll go install the back the exact same way. Now once we're done tightening these, we can start and come back from the front to the back, tightening them all down securely. Remember, when installing this tower top, hand tighten all the bolts till you're completely finished. Once you've got it completely assembled, start from the front, work your way to the back, tightening everything down. If you're going to install a canvas top, please watch our video on how to do that. And that is how you install a tower top on a Club Car Precedent.